In this lesson, you'll learn how to use a few commonly confused pairs of English words. They're words that look and sound similar, but actually have very different meanings. Hi, I'm Charlie from Organic English. I'm going to help you become more fluent in English. In this video, we're going to be looking at a few pairs of words that learners often get mixed up. They're words that look and sound similar, but are actually very different in meaning. The words we're going to be looking at are bored and boring, desert and dessert, lose and loose, sensible and sensitive. So stick around. Take a look in the description below. I'll put a link to a transcript which will help you follow along with this lesson. I'll also put a link to a short quiz which you can do to practice a bit more and check your understanding. Check out this short story.
Jack was bored. It was cold and raining outside. He was watching a boring film about the desert where it very rarely rains. I know, I'll make a cake, he thought. We'll have it for dessert. He looked in the fridge but didn't have any eggs. He thought about driving to the supermarket, but he wanted to lose 10 kilos, so decided to walk. He knew he was making progress because his trousers were already a bit loose. Jack is a sensible guy, so he took his umbrella to keep dry and a woolly hat because his ears are sensitive to the cold.
So let's take a look at that first pair of words.
Jack was bored. He was watching a boring film.
So that's bored and boring. Bored and boring. They're both adjectives, but they both have different meanings. Bored describes how someone feels when they're not interested in something. So here, Jack was not that interested in the film that he was watching. He was bored. Boring describes something that is not very interesting. So in this case, the film was not that interesting. It was boring. Okay, the next pair of words.
He was watching a boring film about the desert where it very rarely rains. I know, I'll make a cake, he thought. We'll have it for dessert.
So that's desert and dessert. First of all, notice that they're actually pronounced differently. Desert, desert, dessert, dessert. Now a desert is an area of land where very little grows and it's very, very dry. There's not a lot of water. Dessert is a sweet course that we eat at the end of a meal. Notice that's D-E-S-S-E-R-T. Double S. Here's the next pair.
He wanted to lose 10 kilos, so decided to walk. His trousers were already a bit loose.
So that's lose and loose. Lose and loose. Lose is a verb. In this context, it means to have less of something than you had before. So in this case, Jack wanted to have less weight on his body than he did before. He wanted to lose weight. Loose with two O's. This is an adjective. And in the context of clothing, it means large and not fitting tightly. So in this case, Jack's trousers fit less tightly than before. They were loose. So here's the last pair of words.
Jack is a sensible guy, so he took his umbrella to keep dry and a woolly hat because his ears are sensitive to the cold.
So that's sensible and sensitive. Sensible and sensitive. These are both adjectives. Sensible describes someone that is practical, reasonable, and has good judgment. So in this case, Jack is a practical guy and he shows good judgment. And he took an umbrella because it was raining to keep him dry. He's a sensible guy. Sensitive describes something or someone that is easily hurt or damaged. So in this case, Jack's ears could get easily hurt by the cold because his ears are sensitive to the cold. Great work. As I mentioned, you can find a link to a transcript in the description below. This will help you to follow along with the lesson. And there'll also be a link to a short quiz, which will help you practice a bit more and check your understanding. You can also go to my website at www.organicenglish.club, where you'll find plenty of other resources to help you become more fluent. While you're there, please also subscribe to my newsletter. Subscribers will get mini lessons, cheat sheets, and video updates direct to their inbox. If you got any value from this video, I'd appreciate a like, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. Now go out and practice your English.